I am in several African groups and I thought that we should speak about this Kamara Harris thing. For those who don't know, Kamara Harris is one of the presidential aspirants in the United States of America. She is running against Donald Trump. When you speak of American politics, it affects us as a world because, as you all know, the USA has made itself the world cop. They are the police of the world, except that the problems that these world police go to solve are actually caused by them. Anyway, that's a discussion for another day. Today, let's speak about Kamala Harris. I see in very many African groups she is being lauded as a black woman who wants to be president. I have no problem with that, although in my opinion I think she is more Indian than African. Now, most Africans are using the fact that Obama is supporting her to drum up their support for her as well. But let me tell you a thing or two about American politics. In America, the politics are not determined by the normal people, the people that we call in Swahili mwananchi wa kawaida. No. The politics in America are run by professionals who are powered up by two industries. And that is what I am going to explain today. In America, the people who fund and plan politics are Big Pharma, that is the companies that make up pharmaceutical products, and the war industry, the people who run wars and battles all over the world. Many are asking, what does that have to do with Kamala Harris? Relax, I will explain in a bit. You see, the interest of those in pharmaceutical industries is to sell drugs, to sell agricultural products, to sell insecticides, simply to sell their chemicals to the world. Those in the war industry have one interest: to have as many wars as possible so that they can sell as many weapons as possible. I hope we are together until there. What these countries do is that whenever there is an election in the United States, these companies fund individuals according to the ability of those people to bring them new markets or to sustain the existing markets. This is why they consider Donald Trump as a very bad candidate for their business. Because, number one, Donald Trump is against war in the world. He does not want America taking part in the wars of the world. So the war industry knows that they will not sell their guns, they will not sell their bombs, they will not sell their bullets, they will not sell their armored personnel carriers, they will not sell their tanks, they will not sell their warships, etc. So they rally behind Kamala Harris. So if Kamala Harris wins, it will be as we saw during the time of Obama. Immediately Obama took over, we saw war. The country that was pioneering the unity of Africa under Colonel Muammar Qaddafi, that is Libya, saw war for the first time in over 40 years under Obama, whose father came from the country that I come from, Kenya. This is the guy that started war in Africa. Until today, the people of Libya have never recovered. And the dream of a united Africa under one currency died with Qaddafi, courtesy of Obama. Are we together until there? That is what the victory of Kamala Harris brings: war to the world, so that her sponsors can sell their weapons. Then we go to the big pharma, pharmaceutical industry. If Kamala Harris gets the seat, she is going to continue with the efforts of Obama and the current president. The current president, whose name I can't even bother to remember currently because he is useless, has managed to bring GMO to Africa. You see, most African countries were afraid of GMOs. But right now, I can tell you every African has seen oranges without seeds. That is GMO, genetically modified plants. Do you know what that brings? That will bring diseases, which in turn will make you need to use drugs. Drugs which are supplied by the big pharma, the big pharmaceuticals. That is how they benefit from a win of Kamara Harris. In Kenya, many people are saying that we should not vote along tribe lines, whereas our brothers in the Americas are being told to vote along racial lines. Do you see where that leads to? Simply, the Americans are turning backwards while the rest of the world is progressing. Anyway, that is none of my business. What I am telling you, fellow Africans, is that a victory for Kamara Harris is a loss for Africans. It is a loss for Asians. It is a win only for Big Pharma and the war machine. Only those interested in selling weapons and selling pharmaceutical products are going to benefit. You, my friend, you and I will suffer their consequences. We might be killed by a bullet that was sold because Kamala Harris got the presidency, or we might die from a disease that came as a result of Big Pharma benefiting from the win of Kamala Harris.